What's up guys, it's Matterz, and we're actually going to be doing a pretty interesting video here regarding Black Ops 3 Zombies leaked perks, and we're going to be basically combining a lot of the major leaks we have seen all the way since even before the release of Black Ops 3 Zombies throughout the life cycle of the game, especially during the early period of the game where we saw a ton of leaks regarding new DLC maps. And we're going to talk about what we actually thought this game was going to be like before pre-release, obviously, and then what we actually have now for the game, and then what we should expect for the rest of the DLC, especially regarding newer maps, possible locations, and why some of this information was known as correct, but now is regarded as incorrect. So we're gonna go through everything within this video, so definitely leave a like if you will enjoy. If you think you're gonna enjoy, if you can, let's try to hit 100 likes, and let's get started. So we're gonna start off here with a lot of the major leaks. I think the biggest one was obviously the Egyptian map. Now, a lot of people thought the Egyptian map was going to be for DLC. Actually no, it was pretty weird. I think the main sort of point would be like the base game, whether it was the first map or the second map on disc. They thought Egypt was going to be a location for that. We had a ton of stuff within Egypt for the code of Black Ops 3 Zombies, a lot of stuff in the code regarding that map, different stuff around that map, and all that insane stuff. Obviously, I'm going to make a video covering all the perks that we've seen leaked in the past couple of months and the year and stuff like that. But definitely the map was really interesting, and we did see a couple of other random maps throughout the code of Black Ops 3 Zombies, and then we saw a whole nother set of maps that were from the old Call of Duties within the code, such as Transit, Mob of the Dead, and like a ton of insane stuff like that, and even Kino in one of them. And people thought, oh, they're just using old code from the old game. But then you saw some code from like all the way back, like from World at War, and it doesn't really make sense. We were just like, wait, why would they use code all the way back from World at War for their new game? Like, they wouldn't need code back from World at War. It didn't really make sense. So that's why we sort of got skeptical with that. But obviously, as we're seeing, it looks like none of that really happened. But this is a leak that I really want to talk about, and I never covered it. It's all the way back before when like the Black Ops 3 first revealed, and it talks about like 4 different zombie maps that were supposed to be coming to Black Ops 3 Zombies, and this was like a huge leak back then. I found 2 articles regarding this leak, and I really wanted to go back and talk about this and say, like, whatever happened with this leak. Obviously, it looks like it was fake, or it looks like it just wasn't accurate, or maybe it was for a different cycle of the game. Maybe they actually changed stuff because of the leak releasing, like Treyarch saw, oh, our zombie maps were leaked so early, let's change everything. Or maybe this is actually for DLC 4, or maybe it's for a whole nother cycle of Black Ops 3 Zombies DLC, because of the fact that Infinite Warfare is releasing, and maybe they know a lot of people aren't going to play Infinite Warfare, so they're going to play the zombie maps instead. So maybe that's why they have these separate zombie maps. So let me know if you guys have ever heard of these maps, and just anything like that. We're going to go through them, and again, we're going to talk about how they never came to be true, and we're going to talk about this leak and really see whatever happened to it, like I said. So let's get started here. Again, the links are in the description to the 2 articles, and then obviously the Egyptian one, I'll try to find links to the other one. I think a lot of you guys know about the Egypt map and the different like old maps within the code. I've talked about that time and time again on my channel, so I'm not really gonna cover that as much, but this is pretty cool because I just thought these maps were pretty cool in general, and I was just like, wait, this leak just never happened, what the hell? So anyway, let's get started here. So basically what they said, they sort of leaked zombies right when Black Ops 3 revealed. And we're going to go into the 4 or 3 maps here that they actually talked about. Now, the first one here is called Zeitgeist, and it's set in a steampunk version of Chicago. And it's described as a dreamlike peek into Samantha's subconscious, and uniquely includes the ability to wall run among many advanced capabilities. Expect dinosaurs and large foes to populate the drug-inspired battleground. That is really weird, because it talks about a steampunk version of Chicago, but that's sort of almost like what Shadows of Evil is. It is based off of Chicago, and is based off of that sort of era in the time period. What it doesn't have is sort of Samantha's subconscious whole thing here, but it also has the wall run ability. It doesn't have dinosaurs. It's really weird that all the way back before this game released, back just like when the reveal trailer came out in like May, they had this idea or this leak that was showing it was going to be a steampunk version of Chicago, which it basically is, and obviously it will include the wall run and stuff like that. We didn't see dinosaurs, we didn't see Samantha's sort of thing there, But it's really weird that they leaked that all the way back then. So maybe they changed it. Maybe that was supposed to be the map and they changed it because of what happened. You never know. So that's very interesting, definitely. Next one here, you have Maxis' mansion. This is definitely interesting here. Players can be one of the 4 German scientists that are instructed to defend against zombies that spawn from Samantha's imagination. In addition to the mentally created zombies, though other ones still exist and have arrived via supernatural means. So basically, it's almost like this Agartha, but it's like in Samantha's brain, or in sort of this crazy world where Samantha is spawning these zombies and you're just like sort of coexisting with life inside this mind, like weird dimension where you have these imaginative zombies and you're killing them, but at the same time you have real zombies in real life that are coming through I guess this void or this time travel thing, and they're coming back to actually kill these German scientists in Samantha's imagination. And maybe the Easter egg at the end would be like, oh, it was just a dream, and you end Samantha's thoughts, or you get something to where you can just completely wipe her brain out of all the zombies and stuff like that. So that would be pretty cool as well. Now, obviously, the maps that we have seen so far, nothing relates to that. We haven't seen anything with that. Seems like a DLC 4 map, to be honest, like inside Samantha's brain, and really like stop everything there. Because obviously it looks like she's controlling the zombies within Black Ops 3. We're not so sure, but I think going into her brain and actually ending it would make sense for DLC 4. Maybe you'd have to use a summoning key for that. You never know. I don't think it would be called Max's Mansion. It doesn't really make sense to me, but that would be pretty interesting. So next one here, we have some sort of German village type location, and it's almost like a Silent Hill type creation. It has this eerie gameplay environment. Players should be successful in fighting these zombie foes, and they'll be taken to a generator. Unfortunately, Samantha won't be happy when the party, when they arrive, so apparently Samantha's not going to be happy when they actually come. Now, that's all we really have for that map. That doesn't really make sense to some extent, but again, this was a leak back a while ago, and we're not so sure what the whole deal is with that eerie gameplay environment. I mean, like, I guess it could be related to Zetsubou no Shima, because that was supposed to be, and it was advertised, and Jason Blundell said this is going to be, one of the scariest maps ever. We're going to go back to the olden days where maps were scary, and this is the map that's going to do that. Zetsubou no Shima is going to be scary, and it looks like that's not really the case here, but still, there's a correlation between those two, so whether or not that is true, you never know. But the last one here, we have sort of this Nile River type map, and I guess this could be called it says Nile here. Obviously, the Nile River is within Egypt, so I guess this is the Egypt map that they're sort of hinting at. And it's concerned about the original Black Ops characters, which is really weird, and it's inspired by Shangri-La and all that insane stuff. Now, the problem is, it would make sense to have the original Black Ops 1 characters, especially for DLC 4. So let's say you finish off the characters, you get the summoning key, you put all of the Black Ops 1 characters within the summoning key, and DLC 4, something bad happens where all these characters' souls come back to life and go within the original bodies, and they come back to actually like fight the Origins characters and really like get their own lives back and really just move on with their life and really just end all the suffering, end everything that happened. Like, obviously, I don't think the Black Ops 1 characters wanted to die. Really don't think so. Maybe besides Takeo, he seemed like he was pretty good with it, but other than that, I don't think they really want to do that. So this would make sense for DLC 4. The problem is, the Nile sort of Egyptian thing, I don't think it's going to work, especially if it's inspired by Shangri-La, because we already saw this sort of jungle-esque map, this mystical map to some extent for Zetsubou no Shima. So the location would have to be different, but playing as the original Black Ops characters would be really cool, especially if your goal is to fight back against the Origins characters, which obviously took your soul. You don't want them to ever do that again, so you're going to kill the Origins characters. That would be the goal of that map. That would probably be DLC 4, because DLC 3 we still need to kill Takeo, Nikolai, I mean, and then obviously DLC 5. God, I'm so rude. DLC 3, we need to kill friggin' Nikolai, and then DLC 4, we'll play as the Black. Actually, hey, DLC 5, you never. DLC 5 confirmed, bruh. Okay, no. Anyway, so that's basically what's gonna happen there. You never know. Just want to go back to this leak and really like look at this and say, what if this was gonna happen? Like, whatever happened to this, you can definitely see some correlations between these leaked maps to what we've seen so far for Black Ops 3 Zombies throughout, Shadows of Evil, The Giant, Horizon Rock, Zetsubou no Shima, and all that cool stuff. So it's definitely pretty cool looking at this and looking at what we have now for Black Ops 3 Zombies, and what we can definitely see for DLC 3 and DLC 4, because you never know, they might do a whole twist and maybe DLC 5. Hey, you never know. Mr. T, come on. I'm out here. DLC 5 confirmed. Let's get it. Okay. No, but seriously, guys, leave a like if you did enjoy. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy this video. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Goodbye. Oh, wait, no, I want the video to be 10 minutes. Oh, I'm this close. All right, anyway, if you can, leave a comment below. Leave a comment, maps, okay? Just maps, just a simple word. I don't want to make it like too insane for you. Leave a comment, maps, if you're watching at the end of this video. It's a 10-minute video, guys, a long-ass video. So if you can, please leave a comment, maps, so I can see the accounts, I can see the channels that we're actually watching. I do greatly appreciate it, obviously. And as always, see you guys later. Goodbye.